What's up, subscribers? Long time no speak. First, I would like to thank all of you for being so patient while I worked on another review. So yeah, tonight we're going to be taking a look at Splash Damage's first-person shooter titled BRINK. Now, where to begin? Well, for starters, BRINK had a few things working against it on launch day. Graphical texture issues, laggy online multiplayer, and the fact that PS3 owners are still, and they weren't even able to play due to the whole PlayStation network being hacked. So, text message. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are able to look past these few hiccups, I hope this review will shed some light on some concerns that you guys have. So, yeah, let's take a look.
I don't care what you say. Intel raids using public transport is just embarrassing. Chop a few can't be that scarce.
So, this guy we captured,
The pilot, Nechayev?
yeah, Nechayev. So he flips on his comrades, and now we grab Chen's plans and it's all over? All this for one guy? He's the one grumpy guest?
No.
Now, when you start off, you're asked to join a faction, security or resistance, and other than appearance-wise, there's no discernible difference between the two. You're just basically assigning yourself to a specific group. But what does set you apart are the classes, and that's the soldier, medic, engineer, and operative. Now, the soldier and medic are pretty self-explanatory. The soldier is the class responsible for resupplying teammates with ammo, and the medic obviously providing health support and having the ability to revive teammates. The engineer can buff teammates' weapons, lay mines, and set up stationary turrets in the map. And the last class, the operative, has a skill set which allows him to interrogate fallen enemies, destroy objects within a level, or even disguise himself as an enemy. Aside from the classes, you can also customize the appearance of your character, and by completing objectives in the game, whether it's campaign or online multiplayer, as you complete objectives, you're rewarded with XP, which you can then use to unlock gear or skills for your character. So now the clothing, it's purely for cosmetic purposes. It's similar to Halo Reach, where you would buy armor and it doesn't do anything for you other than the way you look. A blue vest is no different than a red vest. There's no additional armor, no crit bonuses applied to your character. So just keep that in mind if you guys want to create your character. Like, just remember that it does nothing for you other than looks. So yeah, as far as the attachments go, those are unlocked by completing challenges, but remember, if you do want to unlock challenges, you got to do that in solo mode. Playing in multiplayer, doing challenges will not unlock any attachments that you want, so just keep that in mind as well if you want to get all of your gun jewelry. So yeah.
Whoa, 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 do your job?
You aim, you shoot. What's the difference?
Guess what, live rounds in the middle of the guest slums?
The guests are Chen's eyes and ears. The place will be a ghost town by the time we get there.
But I have family there. So do I. We have a job.
Now, the overall look and feel of BRINK may be an issue for some people, and I say that because when I was in the character creation screen and I was making my guy, based off of what I saw there, I was really excited to see how it would look when I started to play. And when the online match finally loaded, it was just like a huge visual downgrade from what I saw like a couple of seconds before. And it really looks like a watered down, like, rough version of Borderlands. If Borderlands were to put out an arcade game, that's what it would look like. That's what BRINK is. But yeah, I mean, I was really taken back a little bit, and I was like, all right, well, whatever. Like, if for the people that do thrive off the crisp HD gaming, definitely you will be disappointed with that idea coming into this game. If you aren't spoiled by high definition and you can care less, then it really shouldn't be an issue for you. So as far as the game mechanics go, Splash Damage did incorporate something new to the first person market, which is the smart button. Smart button stands for smooth movement across random terrain, and that's just basically giving you the ability to have like parkour like maneuverability of like around the battlefield. You're not really sacrificing your cover during combat because you're able to move a little bit more smoothly. it helps in some areas. In some parts it feels a little bit sluggish. You know, it's like a 50-50 thing. You know, it feels good at one point, and then, you know, when you really need it to act a certain way, you know, the controls don't really respond so much. So you know, it's really hit or miss. So yeah.
Now we have terrorist prisoners to interrogate. We may be able to nip this insurgency.
In the end, you know, it's up to you guys. You know, Bethesda and Splash Damage try to bring something new to the first-person experience by adding the classes and the smart button, but I think it's going to take something more than just those two things to actually make it stand out from the other first-person shooters out there. The only piece of advice that I could give is that if you're usually that lone wolf type of gamer in online matches, is to just completely disregard that mentality when you come to Brink. I only say that because the enemy AI is just so poorly programmed that it's... Alright, example, like your friends aren't on. Your friends aren't online. You're like, alright, well, they should be getting on in a little bit. Let me play with these bots. So the enemy AI on your side, like, is just dumb. They don't know what to do. They're all over the place. They're not helping you out. They aren't doing what their specific roles are supposed to do, and they're just... It's just one big mess, you know. But when you're facing the enemy, like, those bots and that AI is just like completely overpowering you and just dominating you from every angle, and it's just dumb. It doesn't make sense. Like, why can't you do that on my side, you know? But yeah, I mean, for those that are looking for a challenge, then, you know, go right ahead. Brink should be just fine. And I think that's all I got. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and watching the review. Yeah, thanks. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.